It's happening a recording right now. There we go. All right, so talking with Rajuta and talking with a couple other people that are marketing specialists, I wanted to kind of really help us get our name out there, especially for our members that are streamers, for any of our content creators as well. So part of that is going to be creating what we would call essentially a social media syndicate, which is a place where us as content creators, us as streamers, can upload our content to and then help promote each other's content. So basically going on to like Facebook posts and liking it or sharing that in other, other communities that we're a part of, or going on to Twitter, for example, and also upvoting that and then retweeting it. Or even like, let's say with Twitch, auto hosting members that are part of our Twitch team, for example. So that way, whenever someone else is streaming and you're not streaming, you can automatically help to promote them in that sense. So there's quite a lot that we can do as a guild, but also as just content creators to really promote each other and help each other get out the word basically about what we're creating. So to help us do that, I set up a Facebook post, our Facebook page for us. What's going to be on there is all of the content that we want to share. It's going to be kind of like a central gathering place for us to promote stuff and for us to upload things to. So if you're a Twitch streamer, what you can do is you can automatically either download or upload to YouTube. Basically, you can either download stuff to your computer and then share it directly, or you can upload it to YouTube and then basically post a link from there on the actual channel. If you have a stream that you just did and you felt good about that stream, you feel like it's entertaining, you can take that, you can upload it to YouTube and then post it on the Facebook page for us to then distribute. Basically from where we want to distribute is reliant on that content. So you'd want to have, descriptors with it saying exactly what it is, what game you're playing, what's basically good about it. And we can take that and then share that with different Facebook pages or different, different areas like, on Twitter, for example, we can add different people that are part of those types of groups. That can help us get that word out. It can also help us get that video more views. Ultimately, what I would also like to do is upload those YouTube videos to our official YouTube account after some editing, so that way we also have that done there. I might actually do that order first and then have you share it with the Facebook group. But that way we can make sure the content we're putting out is extremely high quality. It's extremely, consistent as well. Which for us, there's going to be a couple things that we want to really focus on beyond just sharing things. One of the main things as a content creator that we should be focusing on is keeping our content exciting, keeping it entertaining.
Before we venture too far off of the sharing and hosting, can I just so everyone knows where it's at? Your settings on your dashboard now on Twitch. After you've accepted the invite to the Ember Stream team, make sure you go to your dashboard and go to channel and have the options host team channels turned on and auto host channels turned on. And then make sure that you have host channels randomly from the list. That way there's no favoritism. Twitch is doing it for you as soon as we have somebody online. And you're including everybody from the team in what your channel is hosting.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll go into more details around that and how to specifically do it. Right now, the general idea is just to kind of get an overview for people what our kind of our goals are in that sense. Because I do really want us to start that self-promotion, start that promoting from within, and basically sending that out into the world. Because we have a pretty strong group right here. If we can, basically rally that and then, basically use that to share all that information, we can then really start spreading our name and start spreading our individual names as well, which will ultimately help us in creating content on a more regular basis. But for those who are looking at Twitch or at YouTube as being their primary source of income, that can help those members get there. That can help them get to that spot where that's possible for them to then do that full time. Which is kind of the goal there is, help those members out the most, but also help us out as well as a guild to just get our content out there and get our name out there. So part of it, as far as like what we'd like to see from our content creators, for content is to make sure that the content is consistent. For example, if you're streaming on a regular basis, pick like 2 or 3 different things to stream. Don't be so varied that people don't ever really know what to expect from you. That consistency, I think, would go a long way in making sure that you get a steady following. It's a group of people that are coming back to see content that they know they're going to be able to expect from you in that sense. It doesn't mean you're forced to do that by any means, but it does help us keep a consistent brand in that sense. Part of that, so it'd basically be like, let's say if you're streaming Paladins, PUBG, Brawlhalla, what you would probably want to do is then make sure you have the consistent day that you'll stream those things, or a consistent time frame that you'll stream those things, so people can know to tune in for that specifically. That organization there takes a little bit to set up, and it takes a little bit to keep it going that consistently. But once you get that done, it can really help you build that brand and help you get that following. So far, from what I've seen, streaming smaller games on Twitch tends to help you get a better following that much quicker, because not many other people are actually streaming it. So you're actually more of a big fish in a small pond at that point. The other part of it as well would be to keep things on a regular schedule. So obviously we each have work, we each have rotating schedules, or we each have different things going on through the day, but pick like 1 or 2 days a week that you can jump on and that you'll stream. That way there's that consistent output of content. Even if you stream past that, that's perfect, but just make sure you at least have a couple times throughout the week to where you're consistent, so that people know, okay, I'm going to be able to jump on at this time and he'll be online. Posting that schedule to your Twitch page or to your YouTube page will also go a long way with helping people to understand that as well. And then, so as far as the sharing the content, we're going to bring it back to that. What I would really like to see from each of you guys is active participation in sharing that content. So constantly checking to see if there's something new that's been posted, keeping that that Facebook page up for your notifications, for example. So that way when you see something posted there, you can go out and share it. Basically making sure that you're doing that whenever you see it happen, because we really want to keep that as something that we're constantly putting out, so we can build that following. Once we get that following up and running, we can then make sure to have people that are set to do that. But I think just having that consistency there as far as sharing stuff will go a long way for us. As far as all that, it's a lot to unpack. Do you guys have any questions about any aspects of those things? Take it, no questions?
I don't think so.
All right, that works. So here's what I'm going to have you guys do. First, I posted the Facebook page up on the announcements and also in the social media section. The Twitter page is also there as well. So if you guys can, please go follow those things. What we're going to ask that each of our content creators do specifically is, when you see something come up on there, retweet it. Or share it as part of like the other groups that you're part of. I would like to get it together a couple different Facebook groups that I would like each of you to join, so that way when something is uploaded, you can go ahead and post it there. If you see something from us is already posted on a page like that, just upvote it or make a comment on it, so that way it gets that recognition. Apparently the way that Facebook works in that sense is the more interaction with a post, the higher it gets promoted, and so that will get more eyes on it. So really that's kind of the best way to do it, is make sure that you're constantly upvoting, and then also just commenting on those posts so they can get more interaction, that can get promoted by the Facebook algorithms in that sense. Also, with each of our members in our streamers page, I'd like each of you to set them up so that way they are on auto host, to where basically if you're offline and one of them comes online, you're automatically hosting them in that sense. So anyone that's part of our stream team or as part of our Twitch streamers here in the channel, please make sure you add them to your auto hosting list, so that way we can do that. Also, make sure you have notifications on for the Twitter, and then also for the Facebook page, so you know when stuff is uploaded. As far as that goes, once we get that all done, I would also like us to start sharing things on things like Reddit, other places that we can share stuff as well. If you guys have any suggestions for that. Eventually, what I'd like to start doing as well is promoting the actual Facebook page once we have enough content on there. So I'll start running advertisements on it specifically targeted towards gamers. And so that's why I would like to have a lot of you guys upload your streams, especially if you can first edit your stream or give it to me to edit. And you can basically put that highlighted parts or that good content up there so people can watch it. Well, of course, I'll also have you link your Twitter page or your Twitch page, I'm sorry, so that way people can also follow you from there as well. So, yeah, that's kind of the main thing I want to talk about. Can I get your guys' agreement to do all that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. I know it's a ton of work. It really is, but I think it's going to help promote each of our members that want it. And I think it's going to help promote the guild, and it's going to help us become successful in that sense. I don't know if you guys know or not, but we actually just got 2 rather large content creators. One has 144,000 subscribers on YouTube, and the other has about 20,000 followers on Twitch. I'm sorry, not on Twitch, on Twitter. But with that, we can use that to leverage us once we get into game. In the meantime, though, I really want to help each of you guys get to at least affiliate, and then from affiliate, I want to help you guys get to partner, because I think we can do it, especially if we all work together and we really focus on promoting each other. We can definitely get there, and then from there we can get to doing this as a more of a full-time thing. If you want to, of course, it's not required, but if you do want to do this full-time, it's something I'd like to help you accomplish. All right.
Yeah.
If any of you guys need the how, Sterling's going to know a lot on that. I know a bit. If you guys need any help, ask us. We'll be happy to help you, of course. All right. Any other questions?
I can't think of any.
Cool. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.